Look, I drive a cab in New York City. I'm no Einstein, but I know what the man in the street wants. Mainly he wants a cab, but that's his problem. I'll tell you what he doesn't want on television. What he doesn't want on television, all these detective stories, and especially he doesn't want the news. Who needs news? I mean, as soon as you've heard the news, it's out of date. I tell you what the regular guy, sitting at home with his family and his kids and his drugs wants. I tell you what that guy wants. He wants chicks in wet blouses beating the living daylights out of each other. That's what he wants. I know that. I had Bertrand Russell in the cab.
Ronald is a pretty ordinary name, and until I dropped my N, nobody took a blind bit of notice. Ronald makes me sound mysterious and important. If Ronald Biggs had called himself Ronald, like me, he could have got away with daylight robbery. Like many intensely private people, I've always had a burning desire to be on television, so that the public could recognize me in the street and I could pretend to be upset. I'm often asked what it is that sparks off my ideas, what fires my imagination. In tonight's story, we see how a desire to be famous causes an author to lose more than his end, more than his reputation, more than life itself. Look, you really don't need me here. I've got to get to the ministry.
Oh, but you're so much better at explaining things, darling.
Well, there's not very much to explain, is there? I mean, it won't flash, it's blocked or whatever, that's all there is.
Oh, but you put things so much better, man to man.
Me, weren't you?
Oh, yes, it's just that I,
You weren't expecting a woman or a bee.
No, I wasn't,
You were thinking more in terms of a man in overalls.
Yes, I was, but please, please come in.
Oh, thank you. Here's the old-fashioned image still clings to my head.
But you are a plumber.
Oh, yes, indeed. I am a fully qualified sanitation operative. I mean, you're not dealing with some fly-by-night cowboy. This is your,
This is my wife, Claire.
Oh, delighted to meet you, Claire. What a lovely name, Claire. Reminds me of the sea.
Nice to meet you, Mrs.
Ms. Starbaldling. But you must call me Elka, as in summer.
Has my husband told you about the, problem?
Well, he said something about a blockage over the telephone, but I don't have the details.
Well, that's really all there is to it.
No, quite. But I shall require several more details for my files. May I sit down?
Oh, yes, please do.
Spread my wings.
Do you normally dress like that?
Oh, good Lord, no. I look a bit ridiculous going to a restaurant togged out like this, wouldn't I? No, this is purely my work attire. It's what the advertising men called a visual aid for consumer identification. When you look at me, what's the first word that springs into your mind?
Bumblebee?
Precisely. And that is the name of our firm, Bumblebee.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Now, what about the matter in hand?
Well, what occasioned the blockage?
I've no idea. I mean, nothing specific.
Nothing you can put your finger on.
Does it really matter? I mean, it's just blocked.
I like to have a full history of events leading up to malfunction.
Well, there's no history. I mean, we just went along there this morning and found that it wasn't working.
When you say we, I take it that it was a joint visit by your wife.
We don't go in there together.
Hainault. You'll be surprised at the number of couples who like to share the experience.
Well, we don't.
Well, may I inquire, who was the last one to use the facility?
My husband was the last person to go.
That doesn't mean that I caused the blockage. Just because I discovered the blockage doesn't mean I caused the blockage. I think you'd agree it's far more likely that the blockage was caused by the previous user, namely my wife here.
That's not fair, Dennis. It couldn't have been me.
Well, if it wasn't you...
Now, we're not trying to establish guilt. I mean, this is not a court of law. I shall just write assailant unknown. Should say your blushes. Nevertheless, you have a blockage caused by what we call in the trade an accumulation of the living daylights. How it occurred is neither here nor there.
Well, it is there, and I'd be grateful if you would deal with it. Now, do you have everything you need?
That's a profound question, Mr. Hainault. Does anyone have everything they need? I mean, I have my skills, I have my friends, I have a rich social life, but everything I need, no, I would have to say no. I want children, Mr. Hainault. I want children. I want to hear the sound of laughter ringing through the house. Clara will understand what I mean. Do you have kiddies?
No, we don't. We're waiting. We're planning to have some.
Are we?
That's what I said, Claire. But as the bard put it, the best laid plans of mice and men do oft gang a glee. Take my advice. Do it now. Strike while the iron's hot.
We'll get round to it in our own good time, and certainly not now. Now, if you could just see to the toilet, please.
Why did you never have any kiddies?
Things were different then, Claire. I mean, a woman's place was in the home. But my heart yearned for the ocean. I was called by the sea.
You were a sailor.
Is trawling on the afternoon. Oh, I loved the life. The camaraderie, standing side by side with 30 sturdy men, hauling in their glittering trove of cod and skate. But my husband never understood.
That's a very sad story, Mrs. Starborgling. I would appreciate it if you'd just get on with the plumbing.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hainault, but you see, I loved him dearly, but I chose the sea. Don't go to sea, Claire. Don't do what I did.
My wife has no intention of going to sea.
What do you know? You come home in the evening, you pour yourself a scotch, you turn on the television and slump down in front of it. You never talk to me. You never ask me if I want to go to sea or become a plumber.
Well, do you want to go to sea or become a plumber or dress up as a bee?
No! And I'd like to talk about it.
You'd make a lovely plumber, Claire. I have a feel for these things. I'm awfully sorry I broke down. Look at us now.
Look, would you like a drink? Sherry, scotch?
No. I never drink during working hours. I could use a joint.
We don't have drugs in this household.
No, I don't regard marijuana as a drug. More of a sacrament. I mean, ganja is a sacred herb to us Rastafarians.
What are Rastafarians?
Well, it's a Caribbean religious movement, you know. We worship the late Emperor Haile Selassie. Mind you, after a few good tokes, I'd worship anything. I remember having a really good spiff of Hawaiian, and I spent 3 weeks kneeling in front of a coat hanger.
I noticed that your plumbing equipment consists of a bathing costume, 6 apples, suntan lotion, and a yogurt.